if you've seen any, you'll know I write a lot more than I do video or that I speak, and it's candidly it's because I get nervous. I don't love public speaking. I don't love getting in front of the camera. Like when I get in front of the camera, a lot of times my heart starts racing. It is now, and it's my sometimes my mind goes blank. Like I have all these things that I'm going to say, and then the camera goes on, or I get into a speaking situation, or whatever it is, and there's just a disconnect from what I'm thinking and what I'm able to deliver verbally. And it's not just like on stage. It's really like I'm just better at getting what I think and my thoughts and my opinions out in a written format. When I'm writing, I can be more thoughtful about the message that I'm going to deliver. I can finesse the words a lot more effectively than I can when I'm speaking publicly or verbally anyway, even in meetings and stuff. And tonality, like I can control the tone, like I can think about what somebody else might say, is that the impact that I really want to have? And so I just find that I can write far more clearly and get whatever it is, the message that I want to deliver. I can do it when I'm writing way easier than I can when I'm speaking. So I'm actually I reached out to Dan Martell, who's he's been named one of the top business coaches in the world of SaaS Academy, and who I work with. I actually lead his sales team. And I sent him a message and I said, because he's on camera all the time. He's very natural, very like it just flows. It's very fluid. I said, if I wanted to improve speaking, not just public speaking, not on a stage, but if I wanted to improve my ability to convey what I want to convey verbally, what would you recommend? And I also asked, what do you recommend, or what do you coach your clients on? How much to focus on weaknesses, like how much to improve your weaknesses versus trying to just improve your strengths? Because I've just said, like, if it's a weakness, for the most part, ignore it, and because I get more leverage out of my effort if I focus on my strengths, things that I'm already kind of good at. And his answer was, on the latter, it was focus on your weaknesses up to the point that it's not a liability, which I thought was really good advice. And he also said that from a speaking standpoint, that it's practice. It comes down to practice, and the only way to get better at it is to do it consistently. And my take on that was that if it's something that I'm not good at, it's the consistency piece that's going to fall apart. Like I can go try something once or twice, but if it makes me uncomfortable, if I get nervous doing it, if I don't think that I'm good at it, chances are that habit's going to fall off pretty quickly. So his advice was to do a 30-day challenge, to get on social media, commit to going live for 30 days. And the live aspect, allows, keeps me from basically reworking stuff on video, until I get it right, or editing it out, anything that I'm not exactly happy with. And the commitment piece is what's going to essentially focus, is going to get me to do it regularly. So I'm kind of here publicly saying, here's my commitment. I'm going to go live for 30 days, every day. And I'm going to use this as a challenge to basically improve something that I've not historically been great at. Now the things that I'm going to cover over the next 30 days, I've thought this out. I've also made a commitment. I'm not going to do any scripts. I'm not going to do teleprompters. I'm not going to do, some of the things that I have that I handicap myself with, or use to offset to make it easier, really. So I'm not going to use those. I'm going to freestyle, and I'm going to go live, like all the warts and all on this thing. And what I'll plan on talking about is basically three things. And I think the three things are, one is systems thinking, and how systems and systems thinking affects the ability to create consistency in sales. And it's a big part of what we do through my consulting company, through coaching, through any sales teams that I lead. Systems is a huge part of what we do, and our entire philosophy is actually grounded in systems thinking, which I'll talk more about, because it's with systems, it's really a matter of optimizing not just one part. Like it's like you want one part to be optimized, but in real systems thinking, and that's process oriented. In real systems thinking, it's also in how those parts interact with each other and optimizing how they interact with each other. So you can imagine in something like sales and marketing, you can optimize a sales team, you can optimize your marketing, but the real magic happens when you optimize the relationship between the two. So, and that's really throughout the whole business. Your business is, in my ebook, I actually talk about, that getting more sales out of your business should be treated like getting more speed out of your car, because both are great examples of systems. They're great examples of, being able to optimize individual pieces. And both are really good examples of the real magic is in how all the parts of that whole system are optimized together. So that'll be one thing that I cover over the next 30 days. Also going to talk about the framework that we've used to do audits, and the framework that we use to work with sales teams or build growth systems. And it's the framework is based around justifying your ability to ask for the money, to ask for the sale with a really strong, unique selling proposition. So J for justify, attracting the right clients. So building marketing processes and systems to get the right people into your ecosystem that you can sell to. So JA, then converting with really strong sales practices that you're not embarrassed by, that aren't really pushy, just really effective, optimized sales processes. So C on a convert, and then keeping them, building the right sales cycles and journeys, the customer journeys that are right for your business, so that you're not churning or hemorrhaging clients and customers that you're working so hard and spending all that money to bring in. And that's K. So the framework is Jack, and we've added 2 more for environment, which is like your organizational culture, and your direction, which is having a strategy and a vision of where you're taking the business. So I'll talk more about that framework specifically. It's the Jack or Jacked framework. And then I'll also talk about breaking down what the perfect consultative sales pitch. So I work with sales teams, and at SaaS Academy, head up the sales team there. And it's a consultative sales process where you're really actually going through the effort to unpack the pain, unpack the problems that somebody may be having, whether they know it or don't, and making sure that they understand where they're at today, where they want to be tomorrow, and the gap that's in between. There's a real art to that. There's a science to it too, but there's a real art to doing that effectively. And then once you've identified the gap, and you're sure that you can contribute in a positive way to the transformation that prospect wants to achieve. They're someplace right now, they want to get somewhere else, because all sales is about change in one way or another. So you want to make sure, can we contribute to that transformation? And then if you can, what's the most effective way of closing that sale? And if you're delivering results, then you kind of have an obligation to close that sale. That's how you help them. So we'll cover the consultative sales pitch. I think those are the 3 areas that I'll focus on over the next 30 days. And other than that, I think that's all I got. So this is day 1 of my 30-day live challenge. We have a few topics that we'll cover, and anybody that joined, if you have any feedback, feel free to shoot it my way. I'm not expecting to be a prolific public speaker at the end of this. I'm just trying to improve in an area that I know I can improve on. Like we say at SaaS Growth Coach, 1% better every day. So that's my day 1. I appreciate anybody that's joined. Feel free to send me feedback. Look forward to day 2. See you. Bye. Thanks, Franklin. Just saw your note. I appreciate it.